This week, we've got in-person learning events, a brand new repo dashboard, the GitHub Copilot CLI shipping with agentic superpowers, and an open source NPM UI that went from a sleepless night to 1,000 community contributions in just 2 weeks. All that and more on this episode of The Download. Welcome back to another episode of The Download, the show where we cover the latest developer news and open source projects. And please like and subscribe. My name is Cassidy and I'm on the developer advocacy team here at GitHub. Let's get into it. First up, GitHub Copilot Dev Days. If you've been wanting to level up your Copilot skills but YouTube tutorials just aren't doing it for you anymore, this might be exactly what you need. Dev Days are community-run events that are casual, fun, and designed to help you actually learn this stuff while hanging out with other developers who are figuring things out alongside you. GitHub is providing high-quality training content covering the Copilot CLI, Copilot in VS Code, Visual Studio, and other IDEs, the Cloud Agent, and more. There's also swag and food involved, so honestly, what more do you need? You can either join an event near you or sign up to host one yourself. To browse the full calendar of events, head to gh.io/ghcdevdays. The link will be in the description. Alright, next up. You know that feeling when you have repos scattered everywhere, personal projects, org repos, enterprise code bases, and finding the right one feels like a scavenger hunt? Well, we at GitHub heard you. The repository dashboard is now generally available. It gives you one place to find, filter, and save custom views of every repo you have access to. You can get to it by visiting github.com/repos and clicking the repositories icon in the top nav, or using the GitHub command palette and searching for repositories. And yes, command palette support is one of the new additions in this release too. The other new addition is an admin access view, which surfaces the repos where you have admin permissions. This is super handy if you're managing settings across a lot of projects. You also get built-in default views like My Contributions, My Repositories, My Forks, and Admin Access. Plus, you can filter by visibility, language, organization, and more, and you can save custom queries so you can bookmark exactly the view you need and jump back to it instantly. I use this for a lot of side projects myself. Go check it out at github.com/repos. This next one is the big one. GitHub Copilot CLI is now generally available for all Copilot subscribers, even on the free plan. Since its public preview launched this past September, the CLI has gone from being a terminal assistant to a full agentic development environment. We're talking planning, building, reviewing, and remembering across sessions, all without leaving the terminal. First of all, there's Plan mode. You can hit Shift-Tab and Copilot will analyze your request, ask clarifying questions, and build a structured implementation plan before writing any code. You can review it, approve it, and then execute it. I use this one all the time myself. It's great for not only agents doing the coding, but also for humans as well. Then there's Autopilot mode, for when you trust Copilot to just handle something end-to-end without you interrupting it in between tasks. It runs commands, edits files, runs tests, and it iterates on its own. You can also delegate work to the cloud by prefixing any prompt with an ampersand. That hands the task off to the Copilot coding agent running in the background so your terminal stays free. You can use /resume to pick back up whenever you're ready. Model choice is flexible too. You can pick from models by Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google, and switch mid-session with /model. On top of all of this, it's extensible. Copilot CLI ships with GitHub's MCP server built in, it supports custom MCP servers, and it lets you install community plugins directly from GitHub repos. You can even use and write Markdown-based skills to teach Copilot specialized workflows specific to your project. One more thing worth calling out, memory. Copilot remembers conventions and patterns it learns across your codebase across sessions. And when your context window gets a little bit too close to full, it auto-compacts in the background so sessions can run as long as you need. The team ships updates literally every single day and loves your feedback. You can install the CLI on any operating system and get cracking. We can't wait to see what you build. Alright, shifting gears a little, let's talk about the JavaScript ecosystem, and a project that went from a late-night idea to a full-on community movement in just a matter of weeks. On January 22nd, Daniel Rowe, who's an open source maintainer, GitHub star, and the leader of the Nuxt core team, he couldn't sleep. He got nerd-sniped by a DM and started thinking about the NPM registry experience and how it could be improved. After posting about it on socials, he built something, and fast forward to this week, the team is releasing the alpha of npmx.dev, which is a fast, modern browser for the NPM registry. The coolest part of all of this, and my favorite part of the story, is that within 2 weeks of that first build, the community contributed 1,000 issues and PRs. It had over 100 contributors just in those 2 weeks. The npmx crew are also building social features that help you connect with the people behind the packages that you use every day, which leads me to a blog post that Daniel wrote alongside this launch called The Virtuous Circle that's worth a few minutes of your time. You've probably heard of the 10x developer idea. It comes from a 1968 study where researchers found that the most productive developers were producing 10 times more than the average. And that number really stuck in our industry, and a lot of us have internalized it, either chasing that status or feeling bad that we haven't reached it, or making fun of it. In Daniel's article, he pushes back, saying that that's the wrong thing to optimize for. Studies show that iteration beats one-off design, parallel work outperforms serial waterfall approaches, and teams outperform individuals on complex tasks. Building 10x teams is way better than finding a 10x developer to join you. npmx really is his proof of concept. The folks who wanted the npm experience to improve this are also the people who have the skills to build the solutions, and the more people who use it, the more contributors show up to make it better. You likely know how much GitHub loves npm, and I personally love that this builds on that and made a few contributions myself. You can check it out at npmx.dev and join in. And that is all for now. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on any of the topics we discussed this week. And if you liked this episode, please give it a thumbs up to serve the algorithm gods, and subscribe to GitHub's YouTube channel for all of your nerdy needs. Now go clear your backlog, and we'll see you next time. Bye!